Hey folks, and welcome to part 2 of Gurumin, a Monstrous Adventure. Don't know if I'm still saying that right, but we're finally getting into some gameplay of this, because last part was just full of cutscenes and getting familiar with the character and, you know, what the access. But gameplay wise, what you want to do is basically to pretty much get a it goes by like a ranking system. If you want to pretty much get a good ranking, you have to pretty much collect all the jars here that's going on, that I'm breaking, and you have to pretty much defeat every monster within the stage. But that's not necessary, like, in order to clear the dungeon completely. You could just go about your way and forget about this, but you know, me playing this for the first time, I kind of wanted to break everything in my path anyway, so I'm just gonna read this sign right here, explaining the mechanics, saying destroy. What you can do, you can charge up your drill. The drill that we have, we acquired it last part as part of our main weapon, because we're going to save a monster within the village. So that's our mission right now. We're gonna stick to it till it's done. So here we have our first enemy of the game to kind of get us familiar with what we're gonna be dealing with. And yeah, these are pushovers, folks. They really don't do, you know, as first enemies within the game, don't really do as much. They're just trying to get you familiarized with the weapon that you have in tow. So sometimes Parin, if I'm even saying her name right, sometimes she'll give you like little tidbits and hints of what to do, because sometimes she'll just say stuff. Sometimes she'll say stuff to try to get you in a location of where you need to be. So try to kind of you know, it'll play like she'll pause for a bit and say something. So she's doing it all to, you know, help you out and where you need to go. But as far as like in general, like location, you shouldn't really get lost within this game, because there's certain hints that'll tell you what you need to do, what you can break. In that wall right there, this wall actually, we can break it if we charge our drill and get close enough to the wall to do it. Try to break every possible wall that you can, because inside the breakable walls are usually goodies, more pots to break, and all that stuff. So right now we got a cookie, which is a healing item. So, you know, try to collect as many of those as you can. Remember part 1, I said you can find those throughout the dungeons, but they're very sparse. So try to get many of those freebies as you can instead of spending money. But this right here adds a charge to the drill, folks. Like the more, and what I notice is like the more charge to a drill, the more powerful it is. See, drill leveling up, it'll drop when you take damage. So try not to get hit as much, because you'll drop a level within your drill. The drill has 3 levels, as I stated before. The more powerful that the level up on the drill is, the more powerful it really is. If that made kind of any sense. I kind of redundant a little bit, but yeah, if you break rocks, you'll be able to get coins inside of it as well. So your main objective, like, you really should, like, because you're gonna need the coins later. So what I would do if I was you is just break everything inside, like what I'm doing, in order to build up those coins. It's completely up to you. You can do it if you want, but I would highly recommend it. Anyway, how are you folks doing today? I am doing just fine, having a blast with this game here. Yeah, in that little junk piece I just knocked off of is kind of currency to upgrade our weapons, because as you can remember in part 1, we was at a place where in order to upgrade our items that we eventually have, like the goggles that Perrin have on her head, we can upgrade that with junk. So yeah, this is sort of like, this is a healing station pretty much. So, you know, if you find yourself low on health, go and use that whenever possible, and it'll give you like a full heal restore. So You know, because sometimes you don't always have your healing items on deck, and if you're running low, then that's the thing to do. And one of the trick things about pushing boxes is you have to stand directly in front of the box, and you have to wait till she kind of get a grip on it, and that threw me off at first. So I didn't know like what was going on, because usually like you know, you go to a box, you push it, like you go to a box and your character automatically just pushes it. But with her, you have to wait a second in order to push the box. She'll eventually do it, but that threw me, the way she does it threw me off. So as I stated before, destroy everything that you possibly can, because that's going to leave you to solve some puzzles, you know, in case you don't know what to do. But I don't know how exactly I came across this game. I think I was just searching for stuff, and you know, I happened to come across this, and I'm so glad I did, because like, how did I not know about this? You know, because me, like, it seems like I'm always missing out on stuff, and sometimes that can be aggravating, folks, you know. Like, for example, if you folks remembered Hyrule Warriors, how did I miss out on that? I'm so glad that the co-host with the most was able to introduce me to Hyrule Warriors, because basically it's Dynasty Warrior, but with Legend of Zelda characters. And at the time of this recording, the definitive edition is out, you know, so I hope you folks are having a blast with that. I don't have a Switch yet, but when I get a Switch, that'll be one of the first games that I'm gonna get, because the 3DS version, the Legends, I completely, pretty much 100% it. All the dungeons, all that stuff. But this right here, before I get into that, this can be tricky, because what you have to do is you have to jump, then press the attack button. So for me, since I'm playing the PSP version, I have to press circle and then X. Circle and X. It can get a little tricky performing that kind of attack, but once you get the hang of it, it's really simple to do. But you're gonna need to kind of master that, because later on it's required. So you'll see what I mean eventually as we go throughout this adventure. So yeah, master that, folks. Anyway, as I stated before, remember what I was talking about, junk? Yeah, basically that sign was telling you that, you know, in order to pretty much kind of beat these guys, you need to knock the junk off of them first. And then you'll be able to attack these guys, and you'll be able to pick up their junk along the way also. So make sure you do that. You're gonna need pretty much all the junk you can get. But it's cutscene time, so you know what that means. I'm gonna shut my trap and let you guys enjoy.
You came to free me? Huh?
Looks like you're doing okay. Cuckoo, why didn't you just escape?
That's not important. There's no time to talk about that.
What now?
The Phantoms are going to attack Monster Village.
We have to save them. Those clouds moved in fast. Do you think it's going to rain?
Those aren't clouds. That's dark mist.
Dark mist?
This is bad. I have to get to Monster Village.
Hey! Wait up!
Okay, job done.
That was like too easy.
Delicious, Monstrous.
Who cares if some of them got away? My makeup's a mess and I broke a nail.
The prince!
Well done, my little friends.
Thank you.
My brilliant plan is in motion, but there's still much to do. Do not fail me.
Yes, Your Highness.
Ooh, you look as handsome as always, my prince.
Oh! Stop looking at the prince like that. You don't
You
have
think
a
the
chance.
prince likes
Shut
you?
up, you noisy
Like
little
fish
thing.
bread, you stink.
Silence!
Oh, yes, you're
Roger, you guys...
What's next, Your Highness?
The plan.
Stop it, you little...
You stop it!
Per plan, we're moving to the next stage. Places, everyone!
Yes, sir.
Wait for me! Farewell, my
Bye,
prince!
my princey. See ya!
Ah, you finally arrived.
What happened?
Welcome back, human.
You're a phantom.
I am Prince of the Phantoms. Pleased to meet you.
Prince? Where is everyone?
Your friends are elsewhere, enjoying my hospitality. Maybe you should go and find them. Sorry, no time to chat. I bid you adieu.
Hey, wait!
We will meet again, human.
I'm sure my friends are fine. Monsters can't die. I should go look for them.
Okay, so it looks like Monster Village is completely wiped out. That Prince guy and his band of Goonies just kind of like destroyed the place with the dark mist and all that stuff. So that's kind of bizarre. What's going on now is that this guy right here, Cylinder, he has a kind of an upgrade that we can, well, not upgrade, but he got stuff that we can learn, that we can get our drill to learn. Jeez, I couldn't get that out right. Like moves and stuff like that, that we can learn from him. But we'll get into that later. As of now, like, we have to actually find our friends because, you know, they flee Monster Village, which is pretty smart on their part. So, basically, you're just pretty much just looking for, you know, your friends, and once you're done with that, you'll be able to pretty much seek out more adventures, but you have to kind of do this first. So yeah, so now that we find Pino, she's going back home since you know, we found her and everything, so we have to look for the others. And as I stated before, once we do that, if you talk to her grandpa, he can award you money if you, there's one of our buddies right here actually, Poco, if I'm saying that right. Man, these names are bizarre, but look at her. She's dancing, she's kind of dancing with them. So, she'll do that if you get her to stand right next to him. She'll do that. So, oh, one thing I forgot to point out, before I forget, if there's a dungeon that I've already did before, I'm not gonna show that off again. What's the point? Yeah, so I'm not gonna show that off. So I'm gonna show off each dungeon once, and you know, as we go along, I'll kind of explain things more. So, Puko, if I'm even saying that right, I know they say the names during the cutscenes, but I still butcher the names because, as I mentioned to you folks, I am not good with names at all. But Yeah, so he's going back to the village to make sure everything's alright. And as I stated before, once they're back to the village, you can proceed with the game, but you have to make sure that your friends are safe first. So we're going back to Monster Village to see what's going on, and we're gonna continue our adventure from there. So stay tuned. So I'm gonna enjoy watching this cutscene with you.
You're back.
Monster Village has been completely destroyed.
And it was just starting to feel like home, too.
Now where are we gonna sleep?
That's not the worst of it. Much of our world is covered in dark mist.
What is dark mist?
This world is a reflection of what's in our hearts. With our village destroyed and our friends gone, the world is unstable. The dark mist comes from our sadness and worry.
What do we do?
We have to get our friends back and rebuild Monster Village. Then our world will stabilize, and we can live in peace.
But those phantoms are strong.
We have the drill! Yes, as long as I have this drill, I can fight them. You're the only one who can!
You're our only hope. Please, help us.
Please?
Leave it to me.
You won't be able to go into places covered by dark mist. You'll have to start by searching the areas you can get into.
Okay, I got it.
Okay, so we can only go into places that are not covered by the dark mist. That's going to make it interesting. And I believe as soon as we go into our next area, we're going to have a cutscene. So we're going to have to wait and see. And if there is another cutscene, you know, I'm going to shut my mouth. So, yeah, there is another cutscene, folks. So if this cutscene continues through the rest of the part, I'll see you in part 3.
I have the drill. There's nothing to worry about.
You know, that drill was once used to seal away an evil dragon.
Dragon?
Long ago, a dragon named Tokoron nearly destroyed this world. A human hero and a monster warrior joined forces to imprison him.
Oh.
And the human hero used that very drill.
No wonder it's so beat up.
They say that the human hero could do great things with that drill. If you master it as he did, you may develop the same powers.
But why a drill?
They say that when the hero came, he didn't have a weapon, but he had a drill, so the monsters modified it for use as a weapon.
So the guy dug holes when he wasn't playing superhero? Anyway, I'll see what I can do.